There we go. Gosh, it takes a long time for the live to load. I'm trying to set everything up and it's like, hello. I don't want my voice to be cut off. Yes, I decided to come back on the air if you're watching this on the replay. Let me just set everything up. Hey, Kellyanne. I didn't know I was going to come back on the air, so just give me a second. I want to be able to hear like NASA in the background, but I don't want it to be so loud that it causes a problem, like with the replay. Hey, Julie. Yeah, I had a show earlier about the Duggars, and then I got something to eat and got the bunny some salad and got a little wet can on hold for the cat. But I'm in Southern California, and this Artemis 2 is going to come in over San Diego. Apparently, we're not going to be able to hear the sonic boom here. Hi, Donna McCoy. So I am watching on the TV screen through YouTube. I'm watching CNN, and they've had live coverage since about 3:30 my time, Pacific time. It's due to land around 5 o'clock. I haven't heard the latest update. I think last I heard they were 500 and some miles out from the atmosphere. So I hope all you guys let me know if you're sitting in front of a television or an iPad and you can watch this. I can't show it because I'll get dinged by YouTube, but we can all watch together. So we won't be talking about Nancy, Guthrie, or the Duggars. I'm gonna watch this and see how this goes. But thank you for being here. If you want to watch with me, and I'm watching, they're showing Mission Control Center. Well, now CNN is showing a commercial. Well, it is on YouTube, so I guess it's a YouTube commercial during a live. I don't have commercials during my lives. You're watching on ABC, says Donna McCoy. Yeah, I did my last live a little early today because this was coming on and the baseball's coming on, and I just said to everybody, let's say a little prayer for the astronauts that they make it through re-entry and splashdown safely. I just did have a little bit to eat, and I still got my water here to hydrate. The bunny, she's thrilled because she just got some new fresh salad from the market today. So she's just like chowing down. I just think this is a historic moment, and it would be nice to, watch it with somebody. Hey, Kathy. Just watching the live NASA coverage on the Artemis 2 mission. They're getting ready to splash down here in California off the coast of San Diego in the Pacific Ocean. Should be around 5 or so my time. So I'm listening to NASA in the background. Try not to listen, too loudly because I don't want to have a problem with YouTube. I kind of want to hear what this guy's saying and then shout it out to you guys. So you guys can watch on your own TVs or tablets. So they haven't done re-entry yet into the atmosphere. That's the dangerous part too when they're doing re-entry because they have to shed a lot of parts. I saw on my phone you were live, so I booted up my PC. Okay. Yeah, I was live earlier too. I did an episode That was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. It was the most recent news on the Duggars. Not a whole lot of people came in because it was pretty early, but it turned out to be a good show. You can watch it on the replay if you care to, if you're interested in that. But I was like, hey, let's do a watch party. There's nothing new to report today on Nancy, so there was a lot of new information on the Duggar case, so I was just talking about that earlier. But this video is just going to be us watching the astronauts come down. Hey, Jamie James. I hope you're watching on your TV right now. You're watching Artemis 2 getting ready to come into San Diego, California. Yeah, I wasn't live earlier today, but it was very early. I went on like super early, like I think it was before 2 my time, just because I wanted to have time to get a little bite to eat and then turn this on. Okay, Donna, thank you. She says, I've got a few replays to watch for you. Julie says she'll be back. Hard Rock 380. Oh, thank you, Hard Rock. Hello, just found your channel and I'm subscribed. Yeah, I'm watching the NASA coverage in the background. I can't show it on the video because it's someone else's content, but I have it on in the background and I can report to you, what I'm hearing. 25 minutes. Oh, it must be a little behind. It says 25 minutes and 47 seconds. Yeah, it was supposed to be like 5 o'clock, I thought, but it's already 4:44 and they're saying another 25 minutes till splashdown. Thank you, Cam. Welcome in. I haven't seen you before, Cam. I have a friend named Cam, but with a K. I was at a church function and there was a wedding party in front of us. The groom was 76 and the bride was 77. Oh, wow. They both were glowing. It gives me hope. Private investigator. Hard Rock asked, what's the PI in my name? Like a doctor has an MD after their name, or a lawyer has a JD, or I have a PI. You know what? Let's refresh this. Because yours says, thanks for letting me know. Your clock says 23. Well, let me go to a different station here. Space flight now. Mine said 24. Oh, wow. Let me bring up a new one. Okay, I'm watching a different channel now, and it says 21:35. Where's your clock? Anybody? I can't see very well on that one. Okay, I'm going to go to the NASA channel where there's 1.6 million people watching. Let me go to that one. Okay, let's wait for a clock to come up. I don't see, there's not a ticker on this one. I was watching CNN and it was a totally different broadcast. They were showing the mission control. This one's showing out the window. The astronauts are actually sitting there, but you can just see them in the reflection of the glass. Yeah, they don't have the splashdown clock on this one, but I'm on the NASA channel now. I wish they had the clock up in the corner of the screen like they did on CNN so we could make sure we're all on the same time because, some of these channels, there's lag. So your splashdown and my splashdown may not be the exact same time. Didn't think about that. Are you watching the NASA channel where they're like, you see like space outside a window? And it looks like they could be wearing orange suits, but they're just, there's a reflection of them. Yeah, on CNN they had a clock. and it was mission control. But we're going to watch NASA because there's only 77,000 people watching CNN, but there's 1.6 million. Yeah, they just had a little two bleeps in the screen, or it was green. Oh, you're watching ABC News. Let me go back to CNN, see what I see. Well, now it's the same picture on CNN. No clock. You see the window. Okay, that's what I'm seeing right now on CNN. Same thing that was on the NASA channel. Kathy! Oh my God. Thank you. Welcome to the party, Kathy. This is not the birthday party. This is just a Artemis 2 Splashdown party. Hey, Jet Set. Yeah, I wasn't planning on coming back. Yeah, there's no clock on mine. There'll be a 6-minute blackout period during re-entry. That's what I'm watching right now, the NASA channel. Oh, thank you, Half Hawk. Half Hawk, Half Man. Yeah, are you in the United States or are you watching the NASA coverage? We have, I can't have it too loud though, because I don't want it to interfere with my YouTube channel. 6:53 and 54 seconds Pacific. Well, that would be 4:53. So about another 3 minutes, we're going to have the blackout period. I don't know if I have any of those when I started. That was a long time ago. Oops, I just keep bumping the tripod. Sorry. And now, of course, even NASA has a commercial. You know why? Because it's it's on YouTube. That's why. Even NASA can't turn off the commercials. I can see Earth now in the background, but they're not in the atmosphere yet. And that's the most dangerous time. Hi, Jay. I wasn't planning on coming back on, but I did. There's just a small group here, and we're having a little Artemis 2 Splashdown watch party. Already had to time out 2 people. The joys of YouTube monetization. Well, let's just everybody say a prayer for the astronauts. Hey, Lisa. They still haven't put the only station that I saw that had the clock was CNN. But we're watching the NASA channel now, where over 1 million people are watching. But I cannot show that on the channel. So hopefully you guys are in front of your computers or your iPads or your television sets. Javi had an emergency call out. Oh, is he a first responder? I'm watching the NASA channel on YouTube. No, I did not, Lisa. Yes. Oh, Ethan, my friend from London. Hey, April. Hope all is well. Let's wish those astronauts a smooth and safe landing. Absolutely. Oh, a church member. Okay. Yeah, I'm back on, Sue. I've got the NASA channel on my main television, which isn't really that big. I think it's about 50 inches or less. I don't have a stand big enough for a bigger television. And for me, it's not worth the money. So I have a pretty small television, but it's an Amazon TV actually. It's Amazon brand, but it works with my Fire TV stick. Lisa says Anthony Sanchez is his name. It does look like the same eyes. Who knows? Oh, where did you get that from, Lisa? 1 minute until the 6-minute blackout. That's the real scary period where they cannot communicate with the spacecraft. Hi, Mike. Where did you hear that? I don't know who that is, Lisa. It has been posted by several on X. Okay. Yeah, I'll check into it after we have this splashdown. 10 seconds until entry interface. I don't think we're supposed to hear the sonic boom here in LA. It's the old Twitter. Yep. Yeah, I'm mostly on Threads. I have an old account on Twitter before they became X, but I haven't used it in years. In fact, now that I switched my phones, I probably have to sign back into it because I have to re-sign into all my apps. 13 minutes, 10 seconds until splashdown. We're watching Artemis 2. They're getting ready to do the re-entry. Okay, as predicted, communications blackout. 6-minute blackout period. No data from the crew. This is the time to say the prayers, people. This is when the plasma, like something, comes around the ship or something. Oh, geez. Temperatures will rise to 4 to 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit during this blackout period. Oh, you just got home from work. Oh, yeah. Turn on a TV. That's a wrap. I hope you've got the television on or the internet on in Tel Aviv right now. The astronauts, they're in the 6-minute blackout period as they get ready to re-enter the atmosphere. It's a wrap. Almost forgot to give you the horn. Everybody, this is our friend Sarap from Tel Aviv. God, please hear our prayers. Yes, ma'am, Jet Set. Sarap! Everybody, give Sarap some thumbs up on his super chats. He's been a huge supporter of this channel. Not necessary, but so appreciated. Especially since I'm just getting restarted again after, 5+ years. Oh, boy, this is making me nervous. I was in DC during the Challenger accident, and then I was back in California quickly after it happened and met the son of a famous astronaut who had actually had dinner with those unfortunate Challenger astronauts, and that was tough. That was tough. Just, a little nervous here. Surround! I lost track, man. I'm sorry. Did I give you 5 hypes? Kathy! My cat's like, what the heck is going on? Okay, they're saying something about the heat shield. They're traveling at 25,000 miles an hour. They are 200 and they've traveled 248,000 miles. They are 33 miles from Earth. 33 miles from Earth. I can't show you the picture due to, like YouTube, I'd get in trouble. And I got to keep the volume kind of low. Two minutes and 40 seconds left in the blackout period. No, I didn't hear that, Jay. The last heat shield test failed. Oh, God. Good thoughts here, everybody. Good thoughts. Positive thoughts. Prayers for these astronauts. God, keep them safe. Amen. Now the mile ticker's going up instead of down. Howdy, Trisha. Hey, I need to talk to you about something later about that Amazon thing that you had me set up. I'm just doing a really quick watch party. I did a live earlier. We talked about the Duggars. And I had a little bit to eat, fed the bunny, getting ready to feed the cat. And we're in that 6-minute blackout period where they're going to get ready to come back into the atmosphere. Thanks for coming in, Trisha. Okay, 39 miles from Earth. That 13,658 miles per hour. They have traveled 248,555 miles to the moon and back. Should be out of the blackout period in less than a minute from now. Keep those prayers coming, everybody, for the astronauts. You know, if I was 2 hours closer, I'd probably hear the sonic boom, but they don't think we're going to hear it here in LA. Processing data from integrity. Oh my gosh. Is anybody else here nervous? That's okay, Trisha. We understand. The small boats are en route to the Splashdown target zone. I miss the days when the space shuttle would come over and fly, land in Southern California, and we'd get that boom. It was very intense. If you can't find it on TV, you can always watch it on YouTube. No, I totally get it, Trisha. I went a little earlier today. I did a live on the Duggars because I needed to get a little something to eat, and I was going to watch this. Trajectory is perfect. Yeah, I got your food right here, baby. Yeah, I fed the bunny her salad. She's got fresh salad. And I got a fresh can. Oh, don't shake the camera, honey. It's right over here. Come over here. It's right here. Okay, we just heard the astronauts. They said integrity. We have you loud and clear. Recovery team has visual. Let me put the can out of reach here so she doesn't knock it over. Kathy says, when the splashdown is done, would you go over the Duggar thing? Just teasing you. Next ride is going to be tough for me. I get it. Been feeling that way since March 28th. But I think the good news is I think my Thai family, at least some of them, are going to be able to make it on Sunday for my birthday. So the birthday show would probably be later in the day. I don't expect them to be here that long because they've got, 2 babies and one's a newborn, so but it's still up in the air because she's gotta talk to her daughter and her son-in-law about it. 4.5 minutes, I can see it. They're now calling it integrity because I guess it's separated. Rabbit needs a treat. There you go. Oh, boy. God, I thought I saw a puff of smoke, but it might have been a cloud, or it could be the film. It could be the heat. I just saw a little bit of I think it's the camera. Ooh, making me nervous. They're going straight down very, very quickly. That's the wildest of rides. Kathy, thank you. The crowd. Okay, 2 of the chutes have deployed. 3 minutes, 10 seconds. Let's hope these other chutes deploy. There's 3 deployments of chutes. Perfect descent rate. God, this is so nerve-wracking. Passing through 10,000 feet. Where are these other chutes, people? Main chute deployed. 5,000 feet. Me too, Sue. 3 good main chutes. Good descent rate. Okay, it slowed down tremendously. That's good. Perfect descent. 1 minute and 15 seconds. Depending on the internet lag, it may not be the same for everybody. I am on the NASA YouTube channel. Yeah, I would be so sick. Sarah! Sarah! 1,000 feet. I hope that's just the camera because it looks like flames. But it is some sort of a very high-powered lens. Could just be the heat going off the making me nervous. I think it was just that camera, sort of like an infrared, and I think it was picking up like the heat going off the craft. I was just like, oh my god, Sarah! Okay, now it says Splashdown, and then my station has a commercial. I heard splash. Sarah! Looks good. And all God's children said, amen. It is upright, but they're going to deploy the upright maintaining system, something like that. Now, right when they started to say Splashdown, it went to a YouTube commercial. Ah, I know. Subrock. Splashdown. Thank you, God. Thank you for the prayers, Kathy, that they had a safe splashdown. It'd be really cool to be in San Diego right now and hear the sonic boom. I miss the sonic booms of the space shuttles coming over to Edwards. This is really cool, when it's like, oh, wow, that's a spaceship flying over. I would be so physically ill right now if I were one of them. But, they test these people for years. They wouldn't be able to go up and pass the test to become astronauts if they were bothered by that. There's the Navy, the flight deck. I'd like to know what type of Navy ship this is because my dad built a lot of them back in the day, but I don't recognize this type. They are showing the flight deck. My cousin lives in San Diego. I would hate to have it land on my house. Yeah, me too. Oh, Jet Set says you have premium. Just make sure I didn't miss anybody here. Crazy, you guys. Thank you, everybody. Back on Earth. Now let's just hope that they get to them. But the water looks pretty calm considering we're supposed to be having a big storm right now that hasn't come. That's probably a godsend that we don't have the storms right now. They're not going to come until like Sunday morning or something. The water is crystal blue. I can see the chutes in the water. I forgot to turn off the notifications. Darn it. Well, the riskiest part is over. Now they have to go get them and then bring them to the ship. Airbags being inflated for a stabilization so they don't get, accidentally knocked over by a wave. Crew members are in excellent shape. Trisha, I don't need to finance any more Bezo weddings. uh, it's still quite a blurry picture. It must be from a satellite, or because they haven't actually got to the astronauts yet. The recovery team is not seeing their signal. The recovery team is not seeing their signal? So they're just floating? Looks like the waves could be pretty big. It's a very grainy photo. It must be from a satellite or a plane or something. 5 inflated airbags. Hey, Ethan. I would hate that, being in that little teeny thing bouncing around in the ocean. I wonder how many miles off the coast they are. I think they said earlier and I missed it. Well, thank you guys for coming and watching this with me. Boy, that water's a deep crystal blue right now. The Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean on the planet. I think it covers more than 70% of the Earth. Kathy says it's better than not floating. Exactly. The free fall would get to me. Yeah, me too. Oh my gosh. Well, with my heart, I wouldn't survive it, but but I'd love to have their physical health. Well, hopefully they know where the heck they are, since the signal mission of the boats that are coming to get them, they can't detect the signal. But NASA knows where they're at, GPS wise. Your stomach would be surrounding your brain. Yep. I mean, just imagine the drop on like a little mini roller coaster, or even one of those little kiddie log rides, times a billion. Okay, now we got a picture from the eye level of the ocean, probably from the ship. Looks like a pretty heavy current today. They're just kind of bouncing out there. Hopefully those balloons are helping them not like sink. Yeah, right when it splashed down, a YouTube commercial came on. I heard the splash, and then it's a very high-powered lens wherever they're shooting this picture from. It could be from the Navy ship. See, something like a boat or something in the background. But it's very, very grainy, the film. This is a very high-powered lens. Yeah, I can't do them either, Sue. Kathy says her back would be in 4 pieces. All 4 sections would be separate. Oh my god. Let me turn off my notifications here. It's distracting. I just heard something about 30-minute power down delay. I don't know why, because I was turning off my notifications. So they're communicating with the astronauts. This is incredible. Oh, a seagull just flew in front of the lens. Way out there. Oh, there's the boat that's circling them. This must be a plane or a satellite in the sky because there's an overhead view. Boy, it's really rocking back and forth right now. The recovery team and the integrity are having a hard time with their satellite phone right now. Yeah, their satellite phone appears to they're not having any communication with the rescue boat. Yes, wind is always bad on bodies of water. We hear them, but it appears as they are not hearing us. So it seems to be the satellite phone on the rescue boat that's not hearing the astronauts. God, even those little boats, they're really bouncing. The seas are a little bit rough today, I must say. They need T-Mobile. Oh, I would go with Verizon or AT&T. Oh, they need to inflate the front porch. Yeah, you don't want them to misstep and fall into the ocean. Boy, they're going to be in little teeny tiny boats, and then they're going to have to sail over to the main ship. I don't think so, Sue. No, I hope no one passed out. Now I see a helicopter flying by them, military. They're probably all drinking champagne. I don't think so. Doesn't look like they got a lot of room in there in the integrity. Now that ocean is it's bouncing today, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little boats around them now. But they have to erect a large inflatable raft. They need to get their land legs back. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're going to go in a Navy helicopter. And I didn't catch the name of the ship. It said USS. Sounded like Bertha. That couldn't be right. Does anybody know the name of the ship that's going to carry them back to port, to dry land? Legs back will take, land legs back will take a while. Yes. That would be weird to get readjusted again, even to like food. Yeah, they're rocking and rolling in there. There's 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 a big current today. There's a lot of wave action out there. They are rocking and rolling. They can always jump near shore and get washed up. Well, they're going to be in the helicopter, hopefully. I'll feel a lot better when they've made it to the ship. Oh, there's a Navy helicopter. They're circling. They're just waiting for them to be picked up. They have to inflate the front door raft. USS John Murtha. Thanks for answering that. Thank you, Jamie James. I'll have to look that one up, see what type of ship that is. Kathy says, after a week in one of those suits, they'd probably be stinky. Could be. And I know they then fly them back to Houston. So they still have a ways to go because they got to get out of this craft into the little boat or into then the Navy chopper, then to the ship, then go back to the shore, and then somehow eventually they'll be taken to the airport to fly to Houston. So hopefully they get a little break before they have to do that. That's the last thing I'd want to do is have to get on an airplane and go for the debriefing. It's not like they just hit the land and then they can walk away like, see ya. We'll just go a few more minutes here. It is incredible, isn't it? I can't believe after everything that I've been through personally, I can't believe that I've lived to see this day because I never thought I would see anything like this again in my life. least that ocean water's nice and cool, so it'll cool down the spacecraft. The boat will be popping some champagne. I hope they get paid well for this. Okay, they do plan to land at the moon in 2028, and they're going to build a base on the moon. So he's like, this is not just a once in a lifetime deal. They're going to constantly be going back and forth between Earth and the moon so that they can land on the moon in 2028 and build a base. Trisha, my brother in law lived for the Cubs. I was over the moon that their latest championship happened in his lifetime. Yeah, it was nice to see because it'll probably be another 100 years before they do it again. This guy just said the opposite. I'd heard a little bit about that before that they may build a base. I didn't know it was going to start in 2028. That's just wow, amazing. Oh, Trisha, what I was going to tell you, but I didn't want to talk to you like right when like they were coming down. I took your advice, and the night before last, I started the Amazon wish list. So far, I've had one purchase, which is incredible. I didn't expect that to happen. But a couple other people had asked me about that before, and then you suggested it, and I'm like, I might as well do it. But there were some issues with putting the gift card on. Um, it will only for a wish list instead of like a gift registry. It'll only take it allow you to put a physical card up there, and it doesn't allow you to change the amounts. And I wanted to start at the lowest level, but it won't allow me to do that. It only allow me to start at 10, and it has to be a physical card because only the registries can send e-cards. So I thought you might know something about that. If you do, just send me an email, aprildavispi@gmail.com. My uncle was involved in the first space shuttle. He's retired Air Force. Wow. A friend of mine's dad was on the second mission. He was on several subsequent missions too. Commander Dick Truly. I've never met him, but I used to know his son really well. And it was right. I met Dan Truly right after the Challenger disaster here in Los Angeles, and I was in D.C. at the time. Oh, that's the downside of the gift cards on there. Yeah, I just put a few items up, and I made the announcement last night that I have it. But I don't think you were here because you were probably busy, like having dinner with your husband. And by the time I got off the show, I had a purchase, and I was just like, "What?" And I did do a community post too, and I announced it, and I tagged you, but I don't know if you can see it. Ethan Mitchell, random question: do you like Lord of the Rings? You wouldn't believe this, Ethan, but I have never seen Lord of the Rings. Isn't that crazy? I have never seen Lord of the Rings. Oh, okay, you saw the tag. Well, that's good to know that the tag worked. I should watch it, Ethan. Sean Astin is, or yeah, Sean Astin is in that. Yeah, Sean is the president of SAG-AFTRA now, which is awesome because his mother used to be the president, Patty Duke. I really should see it, Ethan. Yeah, that was my only question, Trisha, was like, why can't I get like the gift cards to work like I want them to? But I guess it was worth my time because one of my viewers has already is in the process of sending me a gift. I was so sad to see that most things wouldn't arrive until after your birthday, so you will have to celebrate your birthday all month now and have a birthday unboxing. Absolutely. Well, I am going to have the live on Sunday. I do think that at least some members of my Thai family, they are going to make it. At least, my bestie. She's like the grandma of the family. Yeah, we're so old now that she's actually a grandmother. And she was going to talk to her daughter to see if they could bring the new baby over that same day. We'll see. Oh, don't worry about it, Trisha. Yeah, I'd like to tell you what somebody bought. Well, I don't know if can you guys see what was already purchased? Does that show on your end, like what's been purchased or how many or you're a great granny. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure how to do the Amazon. I will check. I do have Prime. Oh, well, if you go to the my homepage, there's like a link under the channel description. It's the very last link because I have all my links up there. Because remember, I wasn't monetized until 2 weeks ago. So it's the last link. Oh, you can see what was purchased and the amount. Oh, okay. One of your friends has a 10-year-old grandson. Yeah, I'm hoping I'm going to be able to meet the new baby on my birthday. In fact, that would be perfect because that's when I met the first baby was on my birthday, but it wasn't a Saturday or a Sunday, and the mom had just returned back to work from her pregnancy, and so she missed the party. But her brother was there, who was like my son, but he has to work Sunday. That's his biggest day, and that's kind of sad that I won't get to see my boy Max, who's like my own son. Oh, thanks for linking it, Trisha. Thank you. See, that's what I didn't make a time yet because I wasn't sure if they were coming because earlier in the week it was sort of iffy. And then I talked to my bestie today again, and she, she was like, she says she's going to come, but she wanted to talk to her daughter, and she hadn't come home from work yet. And then, she just had a baby at the end of December, and she just went back to work this week. And her husband works like a night shift, so on Sunday, like he has to sleep at some point because he'll have to go to work in the middle of the night, and so I don't expect them to be here for very long, especially with an infant and a toddler. My animals will be hiding. Everyone, remember to like, sub, and watch those long form videos. Yes, Trisha, you were in the delivery room with your 10-year-old grandson. Awesome. It's 5:36 out here, and we are on the very edge. We're like on the eastern edge of the Pacific time zone. So even though it's daylight savings time, we do get darkness fairly early in California, even during, or at least here in Southern California, even during the summer months and the height of, the daylight savings time. Um, before the days will start getting shorter with the summer solstice. Uh, I can already tell by looking at the screen, the TV screen of the Pacific with the infinity out there. That is that what they called it, infinity? Because it went from Artemis 2 to a name change, but the ocean, the daylight is much darker now. Hi, Lord Sunselva. Yes, we're all prayed here that the astronauts were going to make it back safe, and they have. They're still in the capsule though, and it looks like they're having quite a bit of wave action. And they have not deployed the lower inflatable yet, which is going to be referred to as the front door. They have the 5 balloons at the top that's helping hold it upright, but they're still rocking. They're rocking back and forth quite heavily. I believe. Oh, you're from Dubai. Yeah, you're my friend from Dubai. Somebody suggested I get like a world map and put pins in all the countries because we've had so many countries lately. But you've been here before. I remember you. What time is it in Dubai? We've had Sarap come in from Tel Aviv, and now we've got is it Lord Sun Selva or Lord's on Selva? Lord Sun Selva from Dubai. It's 4:38. The next day. Jamie James is off to pack. Thanks for coming in, Jamie. I'll see you soon. Not sure if I'm going live or not tomorrow, but I'm definitely going live Sunday for the party. I know. If that's the one place on the planet that I could just be like, Jeannie, she does this and she goes, boom, and she's just like, she's there. That's where I'd go. Or if I could wiggle my nose like Bewitched, Elizabeth Montgomery, Samantha, and just doop, doop, Dubai. Yeah, they're still floating out there. They're having problems with the satellite phone from the rescue boats. The astronauts can hear them, but they cannot hear the astronauts back. Time for chocolate. That sounds good. I don't have any chocolate. Kathy, why did you have to mention that? Be here or be squared. This is a very good community. I'd like to think so. Wow. So tell me something cool, Lord Sanselva, about Dubai. I would go to the top of the Burj Khalifa. Is that how to pronounce it? I love the commercials they made up there. Air Emirates, just phenomenal. I'm a film buff, and how did they do this and how did they do that, and just the whole story behind that is incredible. And that's an American girl that's up there, and she's dressed as a as an Air Emirates flight attendant. Oh wow, I didn't see that. Just looked on Amazon, and they have a world map where you scratch off individual countries. Oh wow. They need the inflatable raft front porch erected. One of the recovery boats is just a few yards away, circling them. But wow, the waves, they're really bouncing. We're supposed to have storms in California Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Maybe it's just still in Northern California, but that water is like super choppy right now. That would make me I could get vertigo just looking at that. And I'm sure by now they just probably need to like use the restroom or something, right? I would need cities in the world map, and who knows? Because sometimes I only have a few hundred people that come in per show. Like earlier this afternoon, it was about 400, and then but sometimes if I go later or I go on a weekend, I can have 2 or 3 thousand come in, especially when we're at the very beginning of the Nancy Guthrie series. And a lot of people don't chat. Like there's someone that's been sending me some gifts, but yet I don't, and I know it's a woman, and I know her real name, but I don't ever see that name in the chat. So she may be going under a different handle, or maybe she's just listening to us. So if you're out there, I did get the notification that a gift has been purchased. And I look so forward to receiving it because I don't have any of those right now. But that was a good idea, Trisha. I just wanted to ask you about the gift cards, because apparently if you have a registry, you can do it differently, but a registry is like for an event. Okay, one of the recovery boats is like super close. I'm sure they can probably see them from their windows. But they don't want to get knocked over into the ocean with the raft inflating for the front door. I ate Dubai chocolate cookies in Greece and love them. Oh wow. I've never had a Dubai chocolate cookie. Oh, it's just a lot of stuff we talked about, Kathy, about Josh and Kendra Duggar and possibly three other Duggar sons, and what's going on with the domestic situation and the kids. A little bit of announcement about Derek and Jill, but looks like this whole family is going to be going down in flames sooner or later. It's just doesn't sound good, and it doesn't sound good for Joseph either. Not that it would, since he's already facing potentially 25 years to life. But if what I'm hearing is true, he may never be getting out. Well, let me turn that down. I don't want to get like in trouble here with monetization, and we've done all this for nothing. You know, after I've worked so hard, and hey, I got $9. It says $9.01 in super chats, because I know a lot of them were in Israeli shekels, so the currency conversion is kind of weird. It comes up with the pennies on the end. That's so funny. Um, I would love to go to Greece, but not in this lifetime. I'd love to go to Dubai. That's the one place I'd want to go. And we have a direct flight from Los Angeles that leaves once a day. And let me tell you, to be down there with the cameras down at LAX and see that A380 coming in from Dubai is one of the most amazing things that you can experience, to have that thing literally almost on touchdown and it's going right over your head. And there's just that a massive, the biggest commercial plane in the world, and those engines, and it's just like, it's amazing. Uh, yes, I have, Kathy. Well, thanks to Sarap. These Israeli shekels are starting to add up. And I can't see all of what they are now because they already like passed. But yeah, he came into the earlier live. So I met the original goal and then some on the first live, but I didn't have a lot of people. It was a little too early, but I wanted to be able to see this, and then I'm going to go straight into baseball. I just want to see the astronauts, like climb out. Oh, wow. Sue says, I was in South Sudan on a medical mission trip. I landed in Dubai. What a beautiful airport. Yeah, I hear it's one of the largest in the world or something. It's like a city. There's some YouTube videos about it. I mean, it's huge. I don't think I'd be able to walk it in my condition. They'd have to go get the cart to bring me from the gate to the door. Oh, wow. Well, you can say you've been there. Did you get off? Were you able to get off the plane, or were you just like getting ready to take off again? just for a touchdown, a touch and go. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, it's getting darker and darker on these cameras of the ocean. I mean, that integrity, not infinity. What did I say? Infinity earlier? Integrity. Jet Set says I use a wheelchair at the airport. Nothing wrong with that. I walked around Dubai. I had a 13-hour layover. Oh, wow. So you actually got to walk around. That's great. They said the astronauts are in excellent shape. They're just waiting for the front porch to deploy so they can get the heck out of Dodge. They have Navy divers there and a Navy flight surgeon. They've trained for several years for the recovery process. Oh, I missed this. Sue says, I tried to help them with x ray training. I got so sick I almost died. Oh my gosh. In Sudan? The heck, you got to go to Dubai. Still no fun if it gets you sick. Wow. Amazing. Well, you know what? I think I've gone far enough today with this. I'm going to continue to watch this for a while till I make the switch over to baseball. What a day! 2 YouTube shows, the return of Artemis 2, capsule is being referred to as integrity. I don't know, depends on what the news is or isn't tomorrow. And then I will see you guys on Sunday. Hopefully, some members of the Thai family will come and I'll actually get to, have human interaction, in person interaction with somebody for my birthday. And we'll, have a little cake or order a pizza or something. And then I'll go live. And it'll just be like, hey, how's everybody doing? And it's my birthday. Yeah, everybody have a good night. Trisha, thank you for the recommendation on the wish list. Yeah, I wish we could get that thing fixed with the gift cards, but I guess it's just the way it is. Uh, we'll see how it works out. I wasn't counting on anything from it, but I already have one gift purchase, so it's going to be a lot more fun to go pick up the mail at the business box. So I won't just have a box load of bills. Be nice to see something, something fun arrive every now and then. I don't even have the cake yet. My friend, she was like, where do you want to go? And I'm like, well, I'd love to. She goes, oh, do you want to see the baby? And I'm like, yeah. Like I was hoping everybody would be able to come over. Well, with the exception of her son who's working that day, but um, we'll see what happens. I'll let you guys know. It'll be nice just to chat and make it a very memorable birthday. Okay. Good night.